In this episode of Walking Tours, I will explore how you can transfer between Rochor and Jalan Besar MRT stations. The fastest route will take at least 60 minutes, and an adult fare of up to $1.34. It involves taking the downtown line to Little India, then the northeast line to Chinatown, and finally, the downtown line again towards Jalan Besar. I suppose it is a rather ridiculous routing since most people will just take the entire loop around the city. Perhaps I will start with a little disclaimer. The route I am taking today will probably not be the fastest route between the two stations that are to be explored. Supposedly, the quickest route will only take 5 minutes, though that will depend on traffic conditions. It will involve me exiting Rochor by exit B and entering Jalan Besar by exit B, either walking through Perak Road and Upper Weld Road, or a combination of Sungai Road and Jalan Besar. The former has a dangerous street environment due to the lack of passable 5-footways, which means you have to walk on the asphalt, chock full of vehicles. The latter's path narrows at Jalan Besar, so you have to walk slowly as you meander through the crowds of people. Also, note that Rochor Exit B consists of 2 lifts and a 97-step long staircase to the street level. Lifts result in long waiting times at busy hours, with a risk of verbal confrontations with people that do not want to be filmed. Climbing up staircases is also rather tiring, so I will go by a slightly longer but more spacious route from Rochor Exit A to Jalan Besar Exit A. I am now skirting Lim Square, a shopping mall dedicated to information technology. A rather rudimentary pathway here, but it could be worse. In another world, where Rochor and Jalan Besar forms a large interchange station as the centerpiece of the downtown line, this transfer will not be necessary. But alas, that did not materialize due to the north-south corridor running underground along the same roads. So I'm here today with this rather tragic video, I would say. Whatever it is probably worth mentioning that if you are traveling from somewhere in the northwest to the east along the downtown line, you should consider traveling to the Circle Line and back at Botanic Gardens and MacPherson respectively for a more comfortable commuting experience. Now, I've approached a rather unfortunate site, a traffic junction, which I would avoid if I took the route I mentioned earlier. A rather huge one indeed. This is the intersection of Sungai Road, Rochor Canal Road, Old Fire Road, Rochor Road, Jalan Besar, and Bencoolen Street. Rochor Centre will be inside over here on the left a few years back, but unfortunately it's gone to make way for an underground expressway. about 2 minutes, I cleared this intersection, reaching the facade of Lim Tower, a shopping mall dedicated to electronics, not to be confused with Lim Square. If you look to the left, there is a bus stop code 07529. Taking bus services 23 or 67 from here to the bus stop with code 07531, one stop away, may result in a quicker and more comfortable transfer from Jalan Besar to Rochor in the opposite direction. Indeed, at this point, the walking distance between stations have gotten so long that even buses may aid in and out of system transfer. Still, the trick will not work from Rochor to Jalan Besar, as the roads here are one-way in nature, which is why you will have to walk in this direction. At this point, exit A of Jalan Besar is not too far away. After about 9 minutes of walking, I am done. This journey would be faster than taking the loop around downtown, but not by a lot, so you probably could only skip ahead by 1 or 2 trains worth of headway at most. Jalan Besar is a little deep, being one stop away from the deepest MRT station in Singapore, Bencoolen, so I would take some time to get to the platform level. Finally, I have arrived. With that, we have come to the end of this episode of Walking Tours. This is Transit Evolution signing off.